Frankly speaking, I'm here now. Let's run it. Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is not how I put us on here, but good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Tuesday to each and every one of you. I certainly hope your week is off to a fantabulous start on today. I hope you had a wonderful day, and y'all are excited about Frankly Speaking Live tonight. I need everybody to share. I don't like whatever it is. I need everybody to share. I need everybody to tag somebody into the room on tonight. And let's do this because I need to get going. I know y'all do too. So let's just do this. Let's just start like this. Listen, how y'all doing, baby? It's a beautiful week. I'm looking forward to the food on Thursday. Cleve, what's up? We're gonna miss you tonight, Cleve. Andrew, what's up? Listen, I need y'all tagging. I need y'all sharing. I'm sorry, Tasha. I need y'all tagging. I need y'all sharing. So, in case this is your first time, let me give you a little bit of housekeeping rules for tonight. Number one, be interactive. Of course, we could do this pre-recorded, especially on a week like this. But the reason why we do Frankly Speaking Live is because we value your interaction. We want you to be a part of the show. So in order for you to be a part of the show, comment, be interactive with what we're talking about, tag people that you feel need to hear what we're talking about, tap into the conversation. We value your opinion, your questions, your thoughts, as well as not just the panelists. We want you involved. This is all of our show. So that's number one, be interactive. Number two, sharing is caring, as I've already covered. I told y'all this on the first episode of this season. I don't like silent supporters. Because we be real loud about celebrities that don't know our name, don't know us. We never ate with, never rock with. But we be real silent about the people's stuff we actually know. So if you rock with me, share, and I appreciate it very much. Number three, these are our opinions, our perspectives, our life experiences. We all have them, so there's no right or wrong for us feeling certain ways or thinking certain ways or expressing ourselves certain ways. So keep it nice in the comment section. If you don't, I will block you in Jesus' name. All right? Praise the Lord, everybody. Hey, y'all. I see y'all tagging. Thank y'all so much. Let's talk to the panel. So y'all know it's Thanksgiving. It's Thanksgiving week, and I know everybody does not do Thanksgiving the same. So even in the comment section, I want y'all to tell me what food in particular are you looking most forward to on Thursday? what family member cooked the best dish? What y'all looking forward to eating Thursday? Anybody can go.
I'll start us off. I'm grateful, and I think I echo for the men that Sister Clea is not here with us tonight. That's such a great pleasure. Number one,
I'm
and
not
then okay, all right, and then number two, I'm ready for that mac and cheese.
mac and cheese. How you like does it come in the how you like cheese? Yeah, describe because you from Baltimore. I ain't never had no Baltimore mac and cheese.
Yeah, I like it big, man. Like I want it big. I don't want it creamy and like like that cafeteria mac and cheese that we used to get in the school. I want it. I want it real baked, a little crispy around the edge. Like yes, Lord, like baked, like bake that thing.
Yeah, I feel it. I feel it.
Hey
Please say
Frank,
you a hater, Dwayne. What's up, Tim?
this year is unfortunate that my aunt is helping in the cooking. She's awful. I got
Yo, it's wild.
hey, Wayne. I got word on Sunday that almost canceled my flight back home. I can't stand a woman that oversees
It's
food.
sick.
You think you like when you walk through the house, it's like COVID-19. You gotta have a mask on. You can't breathe. Your eyes be jet red from it's just you gotta lift all the windows up. And it's in Ohio, so it's cold, so you can't lift the windows up. So it's just like, yeah, my aunt is cooking this year, so I don't know what to do.
That is hilarious.
Yeah.
I Asia, what you looking forward to?
Well, I'm making buffalo chicken dip to take to the work potluck because I'm not eating nobody else's food. So I'll be at work on Thanksgiving night.
Oh man.
I know. It's okay. It's the babies. I celebrate Thanksgiving with the babies.
Yeah. Yeah. Tatiana, what you looking forward to?
Everything that I'm gonna cook and eat. So I'm having Thanksgiving at
Also,
my house this year.
so you doing the cooking?
I am. And don't
I
even
don't
play with
know.
me because last time y'all tried
I
to tell
don't
me
know.
that I don't cook. I don't like to cook, but
Do
I
you know how
can
to
cook.
cook?
You don't like to cook.
No, I don't like to cook, but I can cook. So I'm gonna make
Fair.
some chicken and dressing. I'm gonna
Mm.
make salmon, a roast, some fried chicken, sweet potato pie, peach cobbler, mac and cheese, yams, and greens. It's just like me, my kids, and my mom, and you know,
That's what's up.
um, my god sister. So simple.
I mean, it sound good. It sound good. You would have had me if you wouldn't said you don't like to cook. Then there's no love in the food. There's no love there. Love doesn't live
Yeah.
there.
So when I do, that means it's lots of love because I don't do it often. So when I do it, I bring it.
Mm,
Oh, and I'm gonna have some cornbread and some biscuits, and not from
mm,
scratch. Don't cook no biscuits.
Mm.
mm.
Mo, what about you?
I'm not cooking at all. I'm just going to eat.
But
So
what you
I'm ready
looking
to
forward to though? What
I
what you
think
looking for?
turkey and dressing is like my favorite. When Dwayne was talking about that mac and cheese, it's the way he was describing it was making me feel weird. But yeah, I'm
Well,
thinking
hold on. What do you mean? You don't like it baked? You
it
like
was
it
the way
creamy?
he was saying
You don't
it.
like it creamy.
Oh no, I don't even want to know. I know I'm turkey and dressing. I'm excited for that. I feel
What
like
you
you
excited for? Turkey dressing.
turkey and dressing.
Turkey and dressing.
That's different.
How is that different? That's like a Thanksgiving meal.
Not from the black household I'm from.
Oh, okay.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm getting an echo from somebody. Um, who ain't Tim? You told us your auntie was cooking, but you didn't tell us your dish
Oh, my dish.
that
Well,
you looking forward to.
let me think. Oh, greens. I ain't had greens all. See, I don't know how the rest of the fellas, y'all live your life, but I don't really get home cooked meals like that. And I ain't had greens all year. So I'm looking forward
What's
to
your favorite kind of green? Collards or turnips?
collard. You gotta have you gotta sprinkle the cornbread and mix it in. See, they don't know nothing about that. That's like
Money, cool. What you looking forward to?
Cause we're gonna be at grandma's house, bro. So it's
Yeah.
gonna be a lot to choose from. I think I'm gonna go with the stuffed chicken this time. I'm gonna go with the
Stuffed chicken. I feel it.
Go with
Trap,
stuffed.
what about you? Did you say you?
Man, I look forward every year to my mother's. She got a combo, a sweet potato casserole, macaroni and cheese, the baked kind, and the greens. They fire. But I won't be going to mama's house this year, so I'm gonna have to get that plate shipped to me. I got some cousins coming from out of town. Apparently, I found out Herman Cain is my first cousin. God bless the dead. So the family coming down here, and I don't know what they cooking. I don't know if they're bringing their pizza from his shop or what, but yeah, I'm looking to see how interesting it's gonna be this year.
Ray baby, we talking about what dish are you most looking forward to this Thursday?
I don't eat soul food, so
What?
I'm just looking forward to my auntie's lasagna, man. I'm gonna go rack up on lasagna and just chill.
Wait, you don't eat no kind of soul food? I know you don't eat pork.
Greens, candy yams, dressing. I don't eat none of that.
Yeah. What about mac and cheese?
I mess with the mac and cheese, but I'm trying to do better. So, but I mess with the mac and cheese, but I'm most looking forward to that good old lasagna.
Right, baby said this soul food got slave ties to it.
I just trying to eat better, just trying to clean it up a little bit, money.
We got a comment, Ray. You gonna like this?
Hey, we're gonna see how cocky she is once them edges start falling out.
Boy, come on now. We know my age is not coming.
You got about 3 more years.
All right, let's get to it. Welcome to Franklin Speaking Live. Oh, I didn't get mine. Of course, everybody know around Thanksgiving time. Ray baby not gonna like this, but I needs me between Thanksgiving and January 1st. I got to have at least one bowl of chitterlings with hot sauce, hog maws.
I've never had that before.
I gotta have it. My chitterlings and my candy yams, and some hot water cornbread between now January 1st. Got to have it. Everybody who rock with me, they already know what I want. You know what I'm saying? They know. They know.
Did you say hog maw food?
Yes, you have see. Listen, so you put the hog maws in with the chitterlings to give it, more filling and all of that stuff. Yeah.
Hey, Frank, hold on.
What's up?
Before I know you about to move on, but I've never had chitlins before.
Mm-hmm.
What is the makeup of chitlin?
Pig intestine.
Pig guts.
Pig dookie.
Yes. Pig intestine.
You okay with
it's
eating
not. Yes. Yes. So don't nobody. So hold on. Don't nobody on here eat chitterlings but me?
No, you're not by yourself.
I've been around them.
Trap, you eat chitterlings?
It depends on who cook them. I got to know. First of all, if your stove ain't clean, I ain't touching none of your food in the first place. So If your kitchen ain't clean, your bathroom ain't clean, I'm sure not touching your chitlins. Absolutely not.
For sure. For sure. All right, let's get to it. Welcome to Frankly Speaking Live. Last week we had, for the first time, we officially put men on the hot seat because it was brought to my attention that on the Frankly Speaking Live show, for whatever reason, it feels like that the women are always the ones in the hot seat. So we flipped the script. And last week they asked that we continue this week. This will be the last week that we do this. Please believe next week we back to normal. But this will be the last week that we do this, where the men are in the hot seat and we are answering questions from women that they desire to know, things that they feel like men always do guilty of, but may not always see it, or just simply questions that they want to know from men. So we're back tonight with the same thing. I believe, y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but we did ask this question last week, right? Is it factional or fictional that men get married because of pressure rather than desire? Didn't we do that one? All right, for sure. Here we go. Next question. Why are some men hesitant to share their insecurities with their woman? And if there's insecurities, what are they and how can a woman help? So two-part question. Number one, why are men hesitant to share their insecurities with their woman? So let's do it like this, factional or fictional. Y'all already know how we do. Let me do this. I have to say this every week because somebody's trying to play me every week. Number one, this is the Frank Speaking Live show. So we like to be catchy on this show. I know that it is factual, but on Frankly Speaking Live, it's factional or fictional. All right. So, fellas, let's start with you. Matter of fact, I'm gonna let the ladies answer first on what they think about men in this area. Ladies, is it factional or fictional that it seems as if men are always hesitant to share their insecurities with their own woman? Factional or fictional, lady?
I would say factional. Factional.
Factional.
Factional.
All right. All the ladies said factional. Fellas, factional or fictional?
Factional.
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 I'm gonna say fictional.
Dwayne?
Factual.
All right, so everybody said factional except for Trap. Trap, why you feel like it's fictional?
Well, if you my woman, and that means we got some time in. So I'm definitely gonna share some things with you that I wouldn't normally tell anybody else. Now, if you just a regular skeezer, then nah, I'm not gonna share those innermost thoughts and insecurities with you. For what? You're here for a good time, not a long time.
That makes sense.
That's my spiel, okay?
Let's throw a little curveball in here. Do y'all feel as though women prematurely feel like they are entitled to knowing more than they should know about you or in your life in the dating phase?
Factional.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
They actually want to know in 24 hours everything about you. If they be honest, like most women, they really want to just really get to it. I had to find out, it took me a long time, that women will talk about a whole lot of other stuff that they don't want to talk about just to get to what they want to talk about. And what we talking about tonight, they want to know about they want to know how many people you slept with. They want to talk about, why the last relationship why the last relationship didn't work. Who gives a fuck? It doesn't. Why do you care? They want to know that in 48 hours. They want to know your credit score, how much money you got in the bank, if your license is valid. It's just...
Bless you with
let me ask y'all this. Fellas. what is a turn off question for you early on in dating before y'all made it to the official stage? What's a turn off question for a woman to ask you?
What is God saying to you in this season?
You gotta stop dating them prayer warriors.
No, don't stop dating the prayer warriors. Just date the ones that know how to have a conversation. Don't say stop dating the prayer warriors. That's kind of crazy, yo.
Okay, well the ones that he's talking about, yeah, they do it. They be doing too much, Dwayne. You know they do.
Hold on, yo. Let
Like,
us say it one more time. It's funny. Yo, what they say, yo?
What is God telling you in this season? I don't know. Nothing.
Ray, tell me, what's a turn off for a woman to ask you or inquire about early on?
Most definitely why your last relationship didn't work. Like that has absolutely nothing to do with you at this point in time. Not while we in the dating phase, because that's irrelevant because we just dating. I don't have to give you access to the ins and outs and the left and the rights of why this is happening or why we here right now. Like, just be cool. I'm gonna open up in due time, but you gotta chill with all of that, because it don't even matter. Because why you ain't with your dude or why you and your dude didn't work out is gonna become evident eventually. Like, you can tell me y'all broke up because he wouldn't listen and this, that, and the third, but as time starts revealing things, you be like, oh, yeah, I see why. So,
Ladies, I would definitely like to know why do it's three of y'all on here tonight. Do all three of y'all feel like a man's why a man's last relationship didn't work is relevant to you? Do the three of y'all feel like that's relevant information in the dating phase?
I don't think early on. I think maybe like a 5 months in, maybe you can start having those kind of conversations. I don't think it's like pertinent to whether I'm gonna be with you or not, because like Ray Baby said, things are gonna come out, but it has nothing to do with why you left that last person. You're gonna find out for your own reasons what your red flags are. But I think it's like a conversation piece, but it's not determining whether I'm gonna be with you or not.
Mo?
Excuse me, I agree with her. Because I think it's important to know what the truth is, and the reality is that a lot of men lie, especially if they were in the wrong or if they did something to lose their relationship. They won't tell you the truth. I've learned that the men who mostly bad mouth their exes are the ones who were in the wrong and did something. I love to meet men in my past who will be honest about, and didn't bad mouth the woman. That showed a lot of character for me. So, you because I do think it's a question worth asking, like she said, 5 months down the line, but it's not guaranteed you're gonna tell the truth. And like somebody said in the comments, the truth will always pretty much come out in a person's personality and character.
Tatiana, you said that it should definitely be considered for sure. Why do you feel like that's relevant?
For me, I don't know that I'm waiting 5 months down the line because it matters to me. If I ask you what was your contribution to the breakdown of your last relationship, and all you can talk about is she, that tells me that you lack accountability. Because regardless of what has gone on in the relationship, when there's two or more people, it's very rare that the breakdown of a relationship was, you know, majority on one person. And so it can happen, but anytime you have one or more people in something, it's like, oh, I could have done this differently. This is what I did. And if you can't take personal accountability, I'm like that with friends and Negroes. That's how I get down.
I'm gonna add to that just a little bit. I find that men can't be quiet about what happened in their last relationship because they so hurt. It could be 10 years ago, 5 years ago. They're gonna bring it up themselves. I found that a lot lately. So you don't even have to ask now.
I feel like they be lying though.
They still just be talking. Well, I mean, like, okay, so
A lot of men kind of use it to get women in some situations. So like they'll act like they're sad and act like they're sad because they don't have any game or don't know how to communicate with women to try kind of get women, but that pushes women away. Some women, you
It
know.
works
but
for
even
a
when
lot
we're
of people
talking
though.
about
It works for a lot of people.
what line?
Yeah.
I mean, yes, it does, but I'm more so talking about like why they don't behave in certain relationships because some woman hurt them in the past. Like, I got an example. This one guy told me that he will not take a woman on a date because he spent $200 on a date and she already knew she wanted to be with somebody else. So he's so hurt about this happening 5 years ago that he won't take nobody on. Like, it got to be like some little small date. It won't be the dinner. It won't be something where he's spending some money. I said, I ain't gonna tell you where you can go, but you know where you can go.
Hold up. Hold up. I want to make sure I heard you right. I don't like to assume stuff. First, let me agree with the women. Let me agree and say y'all right? Like we probably be capping sometimes about this hurt stuff because it's a great, it's a great tool at some point in time. But I won't talk too much because Steve Harvey gave us away years ago, so I'm not him. But I want to make sure I heard you right. So you're saying if he said, "Hey, this hurt my feelings," so I kind of moved this way, that's kind of a problem for you? I just want to make sure.
No, so you're dumbing it down. I'm saying there's certain things that they're saying
I don't
that
think
they're
I'm dumbing
holding
it down.
on.
I think I'm simplifying it. But go ahead.
Okay, well, you simplifying a little too much, and I think that's the equivalent of dumbing it down because it's not about what you're saying. It's what hurt you that you need to get over. If this happened to you 7 years ago, you can't walk into a brand new conversation. We have not went on a date. We have not talked more than 2 days, and it's the first thing
Hmm.
you tell me. I have a problem with that. Like, you need to grow up. And I remember
Yes,
this.
like
Dewey said this,
Mm,
like Dewey Smith. He said, "What you want them to do? Come back and take you to Boy Scouts? Like, grow up. Like,
mm.
we're not gonna be blaming the other person about something that happened to you, and it wasn't even last year. It was 7 years ago, 5 years ago. Like, you gotta grow up at some point. You're not the
Thank,
same person you were at the time."
thank you for saying that. I absolutely agree with you. Here's my closing remarks here, ladies. When you do the same thing, remember your sister over here said it. Stop crying over stuff that happened 7 years ago. Thank you.
I don't think she said it didn't apply to us. That's the difference between y'all and us. Generally, when we say it, it's because we
Hmm.
walking it out. So she's right. It applies to men and women. But I know that you forgot, young sir, that tonight y'all are in the hot seat, not us. So the reminder is for
Listen, I
y'all
just
to
made
get over it.
I just made a statement. I ain't we still there. We still in the hot seat. I just made a
I just
statement.
want you to stay on
So,
topic. That's all I want you to do. That's it.
so fellas, do you think men in general lack accountability for the things that went wrong in their previous relationships? Do you know
Yeah.
men that self-reflect, or are most men, from your experience, in denial about what happened that caused the relationship to go astray? Or do you feel like men do a good job at taking accountability for what failed in previous relationships?
I think that I think that we know what happened.
Tell
We
the truth,
accept
Ray baby. Tell the truth, Ray baby.
we know what happened. We accept what happened, but we're not about to tell you that because it's not going to work to my benefit to tell you that I'm the blame. It's not because it don't even matter. What does me taking accountability for something that has absolutely nothing to do with you? How is it going to benefit you?
I would disagree just a little
So
bit.
why take accountability if you feel like it has nothing to do with the woman that you're dating?
Well, hold on. I would disagree, Ray baby, just a little bit because I think now Ray, here's where I agree with Ray the Third on this. Like, I don't think we take accountability correctly. But this way I disagree just a little bit, Ray Baby. And
Wait,
I hate
first
to
of all,
even
I
admit this.
didn't say we didn't. I didn't say we didn't. Just
No. You're right. You didn't. I mean, you asked the question. So to answer your question, I'm sorry, Ray, is yes, I agree that we don't necessarily take accountability. But Ray, baby, I disagree just a little bit because I think that when you're talking to, and I want to use my words wisely because I think all the times when we say woman, man, like we don't really give clear definitions to that, right? So let me say it like this. When you're talking to a stable woman who understands life, who gets certain things, I think that you can open up to her about that and there is no prejudgment. I think, in fact,
In time.
I wouldn't say it's in time, bro. I think it's, I think for some women it's in time because I don't think that they're necessarily wise enough to handle it. But a good woman up front, if you come out the gate kind of saying certain things, I'm gonna give them a little credit tonight and say like, I think they can handle it.
I'll never do it because not initially. Like in time, I'm not. I will open up to you in time and say, "Hey, look, I admit I was young, I was selfish, I was this, that, and the third." That's in time, but I'm not about to come up.
So you will admit it. Your thing is just a time frame. You don't
If I come out telling you, hey, look, I was selfish. My relationship ended because I was selfish. Right then and there, you're going to pinpoint everything that I do and say, you're going to look for little acts of selfishness.
I think if you pinpoint it and say, yo, I was selfish, but I learned from it and I'm doing better at it, right? And I'm changing. I think their outlook becomes a little different. I think if you say I'm selfish, but you still living there, I think that's where they're gonna begin to question and be like, yo, what's really good with you?
No, I'm not
giving them. There are 3 women on the panel. You could ask us how we would respond to that instead of just assuming what we would do. I mean, that's always an option.
It's based on general actions.
Hold on.
We based on
get her money, get her.
No, I just know Tatiana didn't just say that, bro.
Get her money.
Look, G.
That I said that you could ask us how we feel about something, how we would respond. I absolutely said that.
The reason I say this is because I don't know how many times, countless times, where you would just say, well, because of you men, blah, 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 instead of asking us, hey, okay, let me ask y'all what y'all would do.
My God, it's tight and right tonight.
Hey, she just goes straight to the jugular. Right.
When I share something off of my personal experience, and I make that very clear. I don't generalize men in that regard. So what he said was not how women respond. He said, this is how I believe. He didn't talk about a personal experience. This is how he projected that
my beliefs are based on a personal experience.
And so even if you look at Mo's comment and what we're saying, I don't know how Asia would feel about it. It's in direct contrast to what Ray Baby is saying. So I'm not going to let y'all generalize like that. So I don't generalize you all. I talk about my experiences. And if I feel like there is something different, I will ask y'all opinion, but most of the time y'all gonna come out and say how you respond, what you feel about something. So, I mean, that's just what it is.
Tim, I'll let you have it.
Yeah, Tim, I saw you. I was waiting to get to you too, guys. I saw you shaking your head down there.
Well, am I staggering? I'm good. Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of agree with what Wayne said, but truthfully,
you on mute. You went on mute, Tim. Unmute yourself. Hold on, let me take you out. Oh yeah, you muted yourself. Unmute yourself. On the thing. What is happening? Press the button on the thing, Tim. Tim, press the button on the.
Y'all trying to sacrifice Tim, man, and I don't like it.
Yo, I think he really was. Hey, Frank, I think he was pressing. It wasn't doing it. Yeah. I just was like, loose your hold, Satan, off of his mute button.
Yeah, that's what's going on. They tried to take him out.
Yeah.
They trying to sabotage my boy.
They trying to sabotage him. They need to get ready to come for legacy, mama.
It's always us doing something.
All right.
Hold on, Frank. Because I can't get over that. I can't believe Legacy Mama said that, yo. Thank you, money. Thank you. I would go back on beach.
Hey, look, this is what we'll do. Just keep tabs on
Yes.
the time she said.
Yes. So when she said we interject, we'll interject and be like, example, exhibit A, exhibit B. Yeah, that's what we do.
She ain't gonna ask us no questions. Trust me.
All right, listen, those of you who have not shared, have not tagged, I need you to share tag. Look like we're at about 67 between YouTube and Facebook. So I'm gonna give you a little minute to tag somebody, even those of you on the panel who haven't tagged anybody yet. Tag somebody in on Facebook or send the link out on YouTube. Now we're gonna get right back into the conversation in just a little bit. All right. This next one gonna be good too. So Malika, we are talking tonight again. Basically the men are in the hot seat. The ladies gave me some questions to ask the men, and that's what we're doing. Can you unmute yourself now, Tim? There you go. I look like you just did it. Nah, you still muted. It's still not working.
What about now?
Yep.
This crazy. Hold on.
It is.
That's mute.
I go ahead, Tim. You remember what you were saying?
No, I don't. I got so frustrated with this computer. I'm ready to just throw it. But I agree. I don't agree with nothing Tatiana said. I agree with Wayne and Money. Whatever they said, that's what I agree with. Whatever Tatiana said, it wasn't good at all. Totally forgot when I was listening.
All right. I'm gonna start with Asia on this one. Asia, do you feel like men cheating is a form of not loving themselves? Is a man cheating a form of not loving themselves?
That's fictional. They let himself a little too much.
Mo, is a man cheating a form of him not loving himself?
No, I don't think so.
Tashiana, is a man cheating a form of him not loving himself?
Nope, it's not.
I'm gonna let the fellas dive in on this. I assume all of the fellas say that's fictional, or am I wrong? Anybody say that's factual? Factional. Y'all got me saying factual. Factional. All right, everybody say fictional. So as we're talking, I want the ladies sound off in the comment section. Everybody sound off in the comment section. Let me know how you feel about that. Is a man cheating a form of him not loving himself? Factional or fictional? Fellas, why is that fictional for men?
It's real simple for me. Frank, that's a really great question too, man. Because I believe that even when men cheat on women, it's not the lack thereof of love. I think that cheating is the lack thereof of discipline, right? And how do I know? I have a mother who I love. I've disobeyed her a few times, maybe a little bit more than a few times. But that doesn't mean that my love has changed because I've disobeyed her, right? I love God. I've disobeyed him a few times. That doesn't mean that I love him less. I just need to exercise and work on discipline. And so I think that's the avenue for me. It's a lack thereof of discipline.
All right.
I don't want to say. I don't want to
Tati,
say
I would tear you up.
insensitive, but I just don't understand how a man cheating could mean he don't love himself. Uh, I'm not advocating for cheaters. I'm just being real here.
Right. I'm not even just a side
How
note.
I don't see, I'm curious to understand anybody who agrees with this. I want to hear their perspective because it's like most men, if they don't love themselves, I don't think they ever get to the point of cheating. They probably just won't get in a relationship at all. Um, but I don't know. This is something I really wish somebody agreed with because I gotta understand the thought process behind it.
I don't agree with it, but I might be able to break it down for you why that would be.
Please do.
So I think in essence, what it basically is saying that if a man doesn't love himself and he goes to cheat, is think about it like this, and you probably could understand it better if a woman was doing it. A woman cannot love herself, which is why she will go from man to man to man to man because she's looking for love somewhere else. And so I think it's kind of the same aspect. If a man doesn't love himself, then he's going to go from woman to woman to woman because some men just like attention, and it's not from a particular woman. They just want it from any kind of woman. And I feel like it's vice versa in that aspect. So I feel like if somebody agreed with it, that probably would be why. Or if a man says, hey, yeah, I do it because they're not going to say, I don't love myself. They can say, I'm insecure about this. Then they'll be like, that's the reason why I go and cheat.
That was a good point. Thank you for that. That was actually a really great perspective. I'm gonna think about that.
Could it be that he's cheating because that's what he want to do? He might not even be looking for love or anything like that. That's just strictly what he want to do.
Right, but I was just breaking down if he were
I
to say,
get what you're
right,
saying.
I agree with you.
I agree with your point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm still gonna stick with, even though she made a good point, I'm still gonna stick with the fact that I don't think men do that because they don't, value themselves. I just think
Love themselves. Don't say value. Say love.
love
Yeah.
themselves, especially when you got men who I hate to do it. I hate to do it. Especially when you got men of a certain caliber.
High value.
You know what I mean? Hey, there it is.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we found the new Kevin Samuels.
Oh, Ray Baby don't play. He don't play no game.
We found the new one.
But when you didn't like, if you find a guy like that and he does move around that way, it's no way nobody could get me to believe that he does not love himself. Unless, now there is exceptions to the rules. Unless he was that guy once upon a time who never got attention. One that women never, that always looked over, you know what I'm saying? Women always looked over him. Maybe he got picked on by the jocks or he was never the cool guy. And then all of a sudden he get to a point, and now I think that goes more into an insecurity rather than not loving himself, though.
I know some gentlemen who have relationships and they cheat for a lack thereof. There's something in their relationship that they want and they lack. And you can go to your woman and say, hey, look, I like my toes sucked. You know what I'm saying? And if she don't want to do that, I'm pretty sure it's like 10 other women who will gladly suck them toes. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just using that as an example. But on a serious note, I talk to a lot of men who I'm not deflecting or anything. I'm not want to bashing it off, but there has to come to a point where if your man comes to you and says, "Hey, look, I'm not happy. I feel XYZ way about our relationship. Can we do this?" and nothing changes, at some point he's gonna venture out to fill that void.
To
Um,
your
Shayna
point,
said, "Go ahead," but I want to point. Shayna said that cheating degrades and dishonors oneself. That's not loving. Go ahead,
no,
Ray.
no. It's possible that that man may cheat because he's putting himself first. Like he may not have the patience to deal with someone who's not conforming to his wishes and desires. And women also got to understand this too about cheating. A lot of times, the sex just comes last in cheating. You know, he may be looking for confidence. I mean, he may be looking for reassurance, support, things that he's reiterated over and over and over again. And this woman has failed to address. I'm not blame deflecting, but I'm just giving you the rationale. If a man has expressed something, and a lot of times men don't open up because we can't talk to you about certain things without you feeling attacked. If I say, "Hey, baby," or if a man says, "Hey, I don't feel that we're having enough sex," or "I feel that you're not attending to me the way I need to be," she goes into, "Well, what do you mean? I got this, and this, and I got." I'm like, I'm just expressing a concern. I'm not attacking you. So if he can't open up or he can't address certain issues because there is a demographic of women out here who you cannot talk to, you cannot bring them any issues, and he's talking to another woman as an outlet, he's not jumping into bed with that woman the first day. He can be open and honest with the side chick. A lot of men cheat with women who they can be open and honest with. The sex is just a bonus from my perspective.
Can you go back, Frank, to a comment? Not that. That was good. The easy Ellen one. I couldn't just let that just slide past. I wouldn't be Dwayne.
That's a prayer
Uh,
warrior.
yeah.
Well, see, and cheating doesn't necessarily mean I no longer love you. That ain't the case
Exactly.
at
Yeah.
all.
I mean, we
You know what
addressed
I'm
that.
saying?
It does.
You got some women who are cool with just being on the side. Hey, look, I got my own thing going on. Listen, I like what you bring to the table. Let's vibe, see where we can go. But we got this understanding that you got your old lady and I got my man, and we just link up when we can. And again, like Rebecca said, a lot of times that even about sex. Sometimes she just brings a different perspective to where she hears you different. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes your old lady may not receive what you're saying, and if you do cheat, I'm sorry, not cheat, but if you do go to her with an issue and say, "Hey, look, I feel this way in our relationship," all of a sudden she doesn't feel like she's enough, and to that point, it's kind of hard for men to come out and be open and honest with your lady because you don't want her to feel as if she's less than. But sometimes when the rubber meets the road, ugh, you gotta come
I
together and have that conversation.
I want to ask the ladies something, and then we'll circle back around to a couple of these comments that I do want the fellas to address. First, I'm gonna ask the ladies, then I'm gonna turn around and ask the men why. But to the ladies, what are your top reasons you believe men cheat? What are your top reasons? Give me two. Give me two top reasons you feel like are common for men cheating. Ladies.
The first one I would say is they just like to have sex. I mean, just like to have sex with different people. Sex feel different with different people. They just like it. And the second reason I'm gonna say is that it's usually something they're not getting at home, even if it's emotional. I think men are sometimes emotional cheaters. I don't think they cheat just for sex. I think they go because that person will listen to them, or they let them vent, or they let them be open.
I think
Mo
men
will
cheat
touch on.
one because they want to. And then I think the other reason is because there's an absence of something. There's some type of need that is going unmet. And I think cheating is just a symptom of that.
Mo.
Um, I agree with both of them, but I honestly don't feel like men need a reason. I feel like sometimes they just do it because they want to. I mean, they could be happy, like I said in the comments, they could be happy, they could be secure, they could love themselves. Sometimes it's just an opportunity, and men take it, especially if it's easy. If I had to give another reason, I would say power. I think some men relate power and sex in hand. And the feeling of having multiple women or women wanting them. Sometimes it's just hard for men to resist, and women, it's hard for us to understand that, but a lot of men lack self control. I feel like that's another reason. They just
Fellas, we've heard from the ladies, and y'all see they sounding off in the comment section. Um, in your experience, your opinions, you knowing the men around you and yourself, what actually are the top reasons men cheat? Are they different from what the lady said? Are they different from what they saying in the comment?
I want to debunk this logic that men will cheat even if they're happy and everything is going right. And let's get this part out the way. I don't know many men in relationships that feel like everything is going right. You know what I'm saying? Bro, I'm being completely honest here. I know very few. I'm not gonna say I don't know none. I know very few that would honestly look you in your face and tell you, "Oh yeah, man, I'm getting everything out of this relationship." But if you ask the woman will probably tell you, "I'm doing X, Y, Z. I was doing blah 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 this, that, and the other." Now we are simple creatures. So it doesn't take a step by step process or a puzzle to get us. It's very simple. But I don't like I said, I'm not condoning cheating. What I'm saying is that if men are stepping out to not deflect, it is also a part of I just don't want that notion out there that men are cheating even in these great happy relationships because there are very few great happy relationships. I'm not like I said, I'm not saying because it's going bad is the reason they stepping out. Because I
But do
think
you
they step
think
out.
men will still cheat happy though, as a man?
I don't know many happy relationships.
Because listen, and here's what Money is saying. Just because the woman feel like he should be happy or he is happy, don't mean that he's actually happy. Like you can be doing all these great things and think that you're supplying him with all of this happiness, but that's your perspective on his happiness.
Well, let me say this too, right, baby? It's a lot of time. I think everybody ain't no think about it. I know everybody on this panel has heard this same saying for years on years. Happy wife, happy life.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's never happy spouse, happy house. It's
Right,
never
right.
nothing like that. You get what I'm saying?
I agree.
So we spend a lot of time laser focused on making sure the woman is taken care of, making sure that she's happy, making sure that we're giving this, we're emotionally tired here, making sure we're doing all the things because we are selfless in relationships. Not saying women not, so let's not go there. I'm just saying men are very selfless in relationships. So a lot of times we'll put our woman before our own selves
Agreed.
in
Agreed.
every aspect of the relationship. So if it's going that way, then I mean, bro, it's a lot of times okay. If we spend so much time trying to make the woman happy, then I mean, hey, it's got to be
I don't
reciprocal.
subscribe to happy wife, happy life. I certainly subscribe to happy house, happy spouse. That's number one. I don't know a whole lot of selfless men. Now I know men who will make an effort, but I don't know a whole lot of selfless men because again, my perspective and opinion, a lot of men when they get in these relationships, these expectations are so high and they have so many needs. It's almost like a moving goalpost. So then this is my question for you, specifically Money, based off of what you said and Ray Baby. So if women are saying, oh, we're doing X, Y, and Z, and it's really not resonating with men, like are you all communicating to your woman like, oh, okay, I appreciate that, but that's not really working. I'm unhappy and this is what I need? Or are you working off of the assumption that Ray Baby said, well, I have somebody I can't talk to, so I'm gonna just go over here and laugh with my work wife, my IG boo, or whatever else y'all do?
All right.
Go ahead, man. No, go ahead, man. Go ahead, man.
Okay, so I've been on both ends of the spectrum. So I have been that one where I would lightly communicate, and then what I would do is I'll be like, okay, well we talked about this, or if she felt like she was doing everything she could have did, then I would feel like the nice guy and be like, you know what, I'm not gonna tell her she's still not doing it. I just accept it just for the sake of not having an argument and still be unhappy in this situation. But since I've grown, I've got to the situation where, and y'all can fact check me on this, I'm very vocal. And I'll let you know, like, hey, regardless, you might feel like you're doing everything, but you really ain't. You ain't doing this, you ain't doing that. I'm that brutal with it. You know what I'm saying? And I expect that in return because everybody feels like they bring so much to the table, and to the opposite person across from you at that table lets you know that you ain't really bringing what you think you are. You know what I'm saying? So I believe in being honest and not. So I've been on both sides, but now money today, yeah, I communicate.
Frank, what was the original? I'm not trying to move us. What was the original question? Because I love their thoughts, and I just want to make sure I stay. And
I don't know. You should have remembered. You should have stayed in sync. Why you should remember the question. I don't know now. I honestly don't.
Oh no, it's okay.
Yeah,
What was the question? What did I ask?
It was based off a
ask
comment.
women, what do you think the top 2 reasons are that men cheat?
Yeah.
And we answer.
Oh yeah. And then I went to what are the actual
reasons? Yeah.
I think I got us off track.
No. Money, you didn't. No. You didn't. I just wanted to speak to the fact that, once again, tonight, I cannot believe I'm saying this, that I agree probably with a good 80 to 85% of what the ladies are saying. And the reason why I asked that question, Money, is because I think you hit something on the head that then we have to be responsible with, right? And I think all people have to be responsible with, but us as men probably should be responsible with it. If we know that this individual doesn't make us happy in a certain kind of way, and I'm not talking about like, in the words of my good brother Travis up there, because she can't suck my big toe. But if I know that she's not necessarily the cylinder of what I need, I guess then why do I continue?
I can answer that because she may possess so many other qualities, good qualities that I would like to hold on to. Because if I go out there and try to find, like, she may be lacking in just one small department that may make me unhappy. I ain't gonna throw the baby out with the bathwater because of this.
But I struggle there, Ray Baby, because if I hear you correctly, if 9 out of 10 is correct, then still what would kind of make me go over to the side of saying, hey, this one makes me want to cheat. The 1%
might be something crucial.
So then it goes back to my original question. If it's crucial, then why continue in it? Because see, I hear what you're saying.
Relationship or what?
No, it's got to be crucial enough to do that. Because if the one is crucial, that one is the one that I gotta say, hey, then this isn't gonna be for me. Because in the long run, I can see what this possibly will do to me in certain ways. So that one has to be crucial enough. Like I thank you for your 8, but this one is important to me.
I can attest to what you're saying with the crucial part. I feel like it's 2 different things too, though. So let me get that out the way. If it's crucial, then I think you should speak about it. But there's also an alternative to that. Have y'all ever seen somebody? I don't know if everybody on the panel has kids or not. Or we can relate this to something else. Have y'all ever seen somebody that tried so hard to do something and they still were unsuccessful at it? Have you not like viewed that person and was like, damn, man, I kind of feel for him. I don't even want to you know what I mean, let them down like that. You know what I'm saying? Even though you know it's like, okay, I see the effort, but the effort is still not good enough. That it takes a
Absolutely.
different type of hearted person for you to be like, man, you know what? I see you trying, but this still ain't it. Most people, especially black people, black women and men, are gonna attest this situation and evaluate that person for what they are and the effort that they're making, and just be like, you know what, I'm gonna roll with this. You see what I'm saying? Even if it's critical, I think that's where we run into a lot of them situations that you end up staying in a situation that's not beneficial to you simply because you just don't have the heart to break that person off. That's it.
That's a very interesting take, which leads me to this line of questioning that I've seen be consistent in the comment section, that if men feel these ways, if we cheat, if we like the side chick better than the main chick, then fellas, is this where well, most women will word it like this: man up, tell the woman how you really feel and go be with the side chick.
No,
uh
because
go ahead.
because I'm not an advocate for cheating. Where I am
Thank
now,
you for clearing that up, because
I
Legacy
am
Mommy was just
I
waiting
am
for that.
a rehabilitated cheater. I no longer have the desire to cheat and hurt somebody that I know is good for me and I know makes me a better person. I have absolutely no desire to do that. With that being said, when a man cheat on a woman, it's not that he don't want the woman that he's with. He just don't want her at that time. You see what I'm saying? So this 9 out of 10 that she's lacking, that one is all that she's ever. If I'm looking at a side chick, that one is all that I need from her. I don't need her to be the 9 out of 10. Just play your role and be that one for me at that time. Because I still love my gal. I still love everything. I love how she make me feel. I love what we have. I love what we've built. But it's just this one thing that she don't get. It could be the way that she talked to me. It could be the way that she responds to me. It could be the way that she may not take initiative. It could be just something that's not enough for me to throw the whole relationship away for somebody that I only want one thing for. That's what I'm saying.
Lady Asia, I saw you shake your head when Ray Baby was talking. What made you shake your head? What did you not agree with?
No, I'm shaking my head, yeah, because I agree with him. I really didn't want to, but I agree. I'm just messing with you.
Look how Trap looking.
Isn't that crazy, Trap? Isn't that crazy? Yo, I'm telling you, that lady next to you, she is. It get real.
She on it. You hear me?
Yeah.
Listen, man.
I think it's a
complete the
mature
meal,
thing.
man.
Stop.
Size complete the meal. That's all I'm saying.
Fellas, do y'all think men need to be more responsible with being honest in moments like this instead of cheating? Do you, fellas, let me ask y'all this. Do you feel like you can have a conversation with your woman that say, look, this space that I'm in, it's another chick that I might be interested in. It's another chick came across my path that I might feel like I want to do y'all, and you're in a full-fledged relationship. Do you feel like you could talk to your woman like that?
Been there, done it. That don't work.
Hey, Frank.
That do not work, money. That do not work.
Hey,
go ahead, Tim.
These relationships we discussing is like super shade room internet relationships. I'm gonna tell you why. I don't even think we should ever get to that point if we build the correct way in the beginning. A lot of all this cheating, these scars and bruises that we got in this trauma of cheating, it happens because most couples, they don't build. Let me talk about myself. The reason why I cheated is because I didn't build in the beginning. So I left room for other stuff like this that we talking about now to happen. You know, and I think that, and I know we let the kids scream friend zone and you know the TikTok like, oh, I don't want to be your friend and all of that. But honestly, I think that's the foundation of any relationship. Most of these niggas don't last because they ain't really friends. It's like how can you really cheat on me or even think about all the stuff we got going on, talking about I see another girl and I might want to hit that, and you really telling me you one of my best friends? No, that don't work like that. And I think if we go back and build correctly early, don't try to build when stuff ain't right. That's what it sounds like we doing. We trying to build friendship after we done something foul. Oh, baby, I really love you and all that. But the relationship is kind of messed up. I think we got to start building in the beginning correct. And that starts with real friendship. And so that's how I feel about it.
That's a good point.
Absolutely agree with Tim on that part. Because I know that you guys are saying like, oh, I could never tell my woman that. But I think that if what you're saying, like what Tim is saying, if you're really friends, the conversation may not go to, I see somebody else and I want to sleep with them. But I should, even as a woman, I feel this way. If something's just not working and my need isn't being met, I feel like I should be able to come to you and talk to you about it. And because I'm your friend and you love me and care, you understand it's not coming from a place of trying to hurt you or attack you or down you. It's coming from a place of, okay, let's work this out. Like, what do we need to put into place? And I don't know if you guys saw From Scratch. I did. I liked it. But I will say this, one thing that I really liked about how they portrayed it, when there was conflict, the conversation was never about how are we not going to be together. The conversation was, this is how I'm feeling. How are we going to fix it? How are we going to work on it? And it's like both people really demonstrated, I'm concerned about meeting your needs and you're concerned about meeting my needs. So nobody was going lacking. So I do think that friendship is like for real, for real. I definitely think that's lacking.
I got one thing to two. One is I'm curious with Tashiana and Tim. When we talk about y'all being friends, can y'all give me an answer on how long y'all supposed to be friends before this relationship starts? Because I got a reason I'm asking it. Okay.
I think friends, it goes beyond the relationship. Friend is the biggest thing you will ever be in the relationship.
Right.
Without friendship, you ain't got no relationship. Okay. That's why you can actually count on one hand, probably in your lifetime, how many friends you really had or really got. So I think when you really friends, it's just certain stuff. It's like, I don't care how big this booty is, I cannot hit that. Because I wonder, like, what is my friend going to think about me after you know what I mean? So I think it ain't like how long. I don't think it's friendship cut, dating cut, relationship. I know I'm saying
Yeah,
friendship.
let me ask you this, Tim.
All right.
You ever had a best friend?
Yeah.
You ever got into it with your best friend?
Yes.
You ever stopped talking to your best friend?
No.
You ever wanted to spring on your best friend?
Swing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did. So my question on that is, when we say if we're friends, then this line of thought wouldn't even happen with me. Then what makes the romantic friendship different from any other friendship? That just because we are romancing and friends, that excludes me wanting to do anything that would be hurtful to you because we are friends and lovers.
I don't even think it's the romance. I think it's the covenant of friendship. I think it's the loyalty of friendship. I think it's the we in this no matter what. You know me, I know you. the ins and the outs, the secrets, and the all that embodies the friend. Because what happens is we define it so poorly, and we allow people that have broken relationships, and we allow all these coaches to downplay it, to act like, oh, don't let nobody just be your friend if they don't want to commit. No, friendship is a commitment. Friendship is bigger than all of that. When you see couples that say, I've been married for 50, 60 years, I can guarantee you it's the friendship that they have together that got them through all the tough times, all the stuff like that we all breaking up. These relationships don't even last 1-2 years now because these people ain't friends. Go ahead, Money.
This is the teaching moment for me, because I'm really curious when we talk about friends, because personal experience, I've tried being friends with a woman, and it only works for a certain amount of time. Now, if we talking about friends, that means she's as open as possible with you, and you are as open as possible with her. She's dating, you know about it. You're dating, she knows about it. Eventually, y'all get intimate. After the intimacy, then if y'all continue to be friends, eventually somewhere in there it's gonna get to a point where it's they question and none of the guys like, which is, what are we? So it goes from being friends to it turns into a relationship. It's
No.
not like that.
May I say
Okay,
this to
yeah. I
answer
want to
your
know.
question,
Teach me.
Money? You talked about the time. And I don't know if Tim agrees with this, but I don't necessarily think it's time. I think it's about your intention and your motive. And I think a lot of times when we think about friendship and that, we think, like you said, it's like, oh, there's some hard stop, like we're friends and then we're this. No, friendship is the continuity of it all. Like that's what it is. Everything else
Bingo.
is the layer on top of that. Because if I'm your friend, and the reason why I can say this is because I have somebody who, was my best friend, right? And we were best friends and we didn't like each other. And people couldn't understand how certain things could happen. And we would talk it out, and then we would be hot and heated, and then we're right back moving because it was friendship first. So I don't know what Tim said about this, but I will say it's not that you don't have certain thoughts and feelings because you're human. It's how you address them and how you handle them. It's not that, I'm not feeling like, oh, I'm not being loved or cared about in this moment. And like this person over here probably would do what I'm asking them to do right now. It's not that that doesn't happen, but what it says is because of my friendship with you, we're going to talk this out. I get to be honest. You get to know my heart concerning you. I know your heart concerning me. And then, like Tim said, it's the commitment. There isn't well, if we don't do this, we're not rocking together no more. Like, no, like, how are we going to work through this? And I think oftentimes in our generation, and I know I've definitely been guilty of this in relationships, is, well, I'm gonna just get out. You're not about to hurt me that way anymore. But when somebody's really your friend, it's like, oh, let's work through this. Let's resolve that. But it's not like friendship and then romanticism. No, it's friendship and everything else goes on top of that. It's not linear.
Yeah, this sounds like the greatest thing known to man. Like, I mean, just taking in what y'all saying, this sounds amazing. But I just think the likelihood of that in 2022 is like, especially like, bro, like I would love to engage in what y'all talking about. It's just like in today's time, personal experience, again, I ain't seen it yet. I like, you know what I'm saying? And that's something that I would like to get into. And I would like it to even be as far as this. Not to, what I mean, get on anybody in the panel. Y'all might not engage in this. But I would like to get it to the point where if we that close with their friends, to go to the original question what Frank was saying, which is, could I sit down with you and be like, you know what, we've been together, it's this other person I'm looking at, blah, blah, blah. If we can't get to that point, if we're best friends, I want to just come to you and be like, hey, I like her. What you think about her? You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Hey, if we best friends, can I not come to you, and can there not be an option on the table for me to be like, hey, we best friends, right? You know me, right? All right, so
I think sometimes that can happen in the beginning. In the beginning, when you don't realize that you two are actually supposed to, like, y'all were meant for each other. Yeah, I mean, I think that can happen. You try to date
Oh,
other people, you're friends, and then you figure out that we're supposed to be together a long time ago. And then that friendship, like Tatiana says, continues throughout. So you think twice about hurting your friend before you think about hurting your partner.
But
facts.
So
here's something to think about too. Like all friendships aren't created equal. Like there are some things that certain like that real deep true friendship is something that's gonna take time. Like you can't tell me that we gonna be the best of friends, 4, 5 months into it. That's just the reality of it. Now, looking long term in the grand scheme of things, we may ultimately blossom into that. But in this era, in 20, like in the social media era, a lot of things that develop and cultivated friendships are eliminated. There's rarely conversation. It's more so like if a guy's interested in a girl now, he has to friend her on social media and fall into this matrix of online dating now. So that's going to eliminate. It's going to take time for that person to be comfortable to hang out with you. Like you have to shoot your shot in their inbox and all these other different things. Now it's totally different. Um, Me and my oldest children's mother are great friends. Like we've managed to be friends for 20 some years. Looking back, the friendship was there initially, but we talking about pre-social media days. And the reality of it is like those organic friendships are hard to cultivate in this area. Not saying that they will never exist. It's just a higher degree of difficulty to have that organic friendship from the jump.
I'll make one point, Ray, baby, and then I'm gonna shut up.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, Frank.
No, we got 11 minutes and 40 seconds.
All right, great.
And
I'm gonna make this
we're
real
gonna
quick.
wrap out. Go ahead.
I think you're right. Right, friendships are different, but I think the friendships that Ty and Tim are talking about in a relationship it's a foundation, meaning it happens before anything else ever takes off the ground, right? I think part of our problem with that word friendship is we don't know how to kind of disseminate it at different points. When we talk about friendships, like they're talking about a foundation that's built first, money to where, as Asia said, you can kind of have those conversations in the beginning. But what they're also saying is this friendship, it matriculates into something that is a romantic relationship that allows you to have difficult conversations. Now, I agree with you, Ray, baby. I think it's extremely hard to have those kind of friendships slash relationships in 2022 because everybody is so geared towards a look, a perspective, right? And so if Instagram don't say it, it ain't true. If my favorite rap artist or singer don't, say it, it ain't true. And I oftentimes say this, and I said this before. Somebody asked me one time, "Hey, what celebrity couple you want to be like?" I said none, because the reality of it is they don't dictate what my life will be like because they project something via social media or the news or whatever. My life and the person that I'm supposed to be with is a life that we create together. And I think when we talk about friendship in that context, what we're talking about is this foundation of friendship where we can have tough conversations. Culturally, our number one problem culturally is that we run from tough conversation in easy environments. We love tough conversation in hard environments. What do I mean? When I'm pissed and angry, oh, we're gonna go for it. We're gonna, mother, who you think we can give it. But when it's easy, when it's calm, when the ocean is settled, we don't know how to have confrontational but yet calm conversations because we feel like it makes us look weird, sound weird, too vulnerable. I think if we learn to have that conversation, and it's something that I'm learning. I don't talk to you unless I'm calm. Because if I'm up here, the Baltimore in me will come out. So I'm gonna just stay over here and talk to you in the calm seat. I know you can say ooh, but you should check the chart. It's real. Okay. You know, so I'm learning that. I'm learning that I'm only gonna talk to you in the calm state because any other thing would be not humane for me to do. So I think that's what they're talking about.
I do have since we're on the men tonight. I do want to ask this before we sign off. Speaking of friendship, speaking of honesty and transparency, do you think we are guilty men of allowing women to corner us into being dishonest and not transparent in order to cater to feelings? That we don't have certain conversations because feelings are involved. And so we become collar of feelings rather than being honest. And so we get in this cycle being on ourselves that sometimes we don't even have to be in because we're so worried about feelings rather than the realities of things. Do y'all think we are guilty of that? And do y'all think men in general, we could shift that or how relationships are in general if we would just be honest and transparent regardless of feelings?
I agree. I do think we should do something about that. The question is just where does it start? Because if you talking about a side chick, I don't mind being honest with you. Y'all know Baby Boy and Tyrese and Baby Boy when he was like, I only lie to you because I love you. I lie to you because I care about you. I'm out here telling these the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like to me, that was a real thing. Like, you know what I mean? It's just a lot of times we muzzle ourselves when it comes to our woman because when you think about loving somebody, you don't want to purposely hurt them, especially when you're telling them that your efforts that you're making is not enough.
Hey,
So a lot
and
of
money.
times take it.
And money, that goes back. I'm 5 seconds. That goes back to my original thing. The reason why we lie because there's no safety in telling the truth because of the level of friendship that we have. It wouldn't be it wouldn't be no need for me to lie to you if I know where we are in our friendship. You get what I'm saying? Like, forget how many years we've been in a relationship, forget how many dates or how many gifts. I'm talking about those real intimate, not in a sexual way, but conversations and those moments where it's like this is what we're building. The reason why it's so I gotta lie because there's something missing in the friendship. But
Hey yo,
if we strong friends, I ain't gotta tell no lie to you for what? I ain't got nothing to lose. You my friend.
hey
I
yo,
feel
do,
like
But,
not
but,
every
but also too, you remember we was talking about that 9 out of 10? That one thing is what that friendship is what takes place on the side. Because initially I'm not looking for sex. I'm looking for a certain kind of friendship. And that's why women wonder why he keeps getting caught with the same chick over and over and over again, is because the side relationship starts off in truth. It starts off in that friendship. That level of friendship is already established on the side. You know what I'm saying? Whereas you've tried to establish this level with this woman that you with, but she's not willing to accept certain things about you without condemning you. So this one little thing on the side, this is my friend on the side.
But hey,
And I can
but
be
you know
open
what,
with her.
Ray?
I
But
can
it
be
goes
honest
back
with
to
her.
what Jim said. That means you built wrong.
No, because something
Yes.
this
But
is
Ray,
why.
let me say this, Ray. Here's how I feel about that. And I can be on the island by myself without a life jacket when I say this. If we gonna have to side, the only reason you really my friend is because when we did our thing, it felt good. Now I'm feel like I can open up to you because I want to hit it again. But if the sex bad, you ain't my friend. I gotta
But
go find me something
you
different.
don't start off smashing her though, Tim. You don't start
The
off
side
smashing her.
piece
Not automatic, not all the time.
in about a week.
Not necessarily, because you could
So
be
what the hell
opening
am
up
I
to
with
her.
her for?
You could be just you might not even want to cheat at you might not even want to cheat physically. You might be able to just want to open up to her about some things that you can't talk to your gal about because
I ain't
you don't
emotional
think
like
it's
that.
there.
Nah, I don't need all that.
I
You
mean,
said
that's
we live, and
Mo.
actually, you said we live in the social media era, right? That's like real old school. Where personally, yeah, I don't really want to hear it. I just want to have a just.
I want to just read the Bible with you tonight.
No,
Mo, what you gonna say, Mo? Come on, Mo. What you was gonna say, Mo?
Oh my God, I forgot. I think I had put it in the comments. I think I said that I think Money was saying like we don't want to hurt you, what Tyrese said. But my thing is it's a lot of women out here who rather you hurt them at the beginning instead of the end, because I'm like, if you with this person and they find out about your side, aren't you still hurting them when they find out about it? You get what I'm saying? So a lot of women are cool with you coming and saying it up front. Hurt me at the beginning, don't hurt me in the end. Don't have me to be the last one to know.
well,
It
this
is
go
like that.
So
if,
what?
if
So Mo, what you saying is we should treat our main chick like the side chick and treat the side
I
chicks
only
like the
got one
main chick.
out.
Well, I feel like
I
there
don't have no
should be a
sides.
oh,
but to go back to what Tim was saying, I
Only
feel
need
like
one.
you should be able to, whether it's a good outcome or a bad outcome, hopefully not. But I feel like you still should be able to vocalize how you feel instead of just stepping out. Because how are you protecting me by going out and talking and venting about our relationship to another woman and being sexual with another woman? How are you protecting me? How is
he
that
might
helping?
not be able to talk to you like that.
Okay,
He
but
may
how is okay?
be
So let me ask you this:
countless times.
helping you expressing your business to another woman that, if put under any type of pressure, could potentially throw you under the bus
That's
whenever.
not just any other woman. That's my friend.
So your side piece is
my
your
friend.
friend.
So Mo, what you saying is,
I'm trying to
and
figure out, is this a side piece
hold
or is
on,
this a friend?
I
It's a
kind of got
difference.
that vibe when y'all was talking about it in general, just from the ladies in general. So y'all, is it fictional or fictional that y'all feel like it shouldn't even enter into the equation once you're in a real relationship or once you're in a settled relationship that you would even want to explore another woman?
No, that's not what I was saying. I was saying that
Okay.
basically you should be friends, because if, even as a woman, if I feel that way in my relationship, like I'm not getting something, and I should be able to talk to you about whatever. I think the thing is, it's the intention and the motive. And the other thing is, and this is women, and I'm saying this because this is something that I have to deal with. And you have women who like, I ain't like that. But the bottom line is this: a lot of times men don't talk to women about how they really feel, because when a woman expresses her feelings, she often expresses her feelings as if they are fact. But if you could really understand that your feelings aren't fact, they're valid, but they're not fact, then you can get to what is actually real and actual in reality, and have a conversation based upon that. But what happens is, when a man comes to you and says, well, my needs aren't getting met, we take it personally, because in our minds we're doing this and that. But that's not what he's saying. You might be doing these things, but it's not what he needs. And oftentimes women don't get that. So I think that was something that was an eye opener for me, that my feelings aren't fact. I might feel unappreciative and
One
like you
more
don't love
time.
me.
One more time. Say that part. One more time. The
Nobody's
feelings.
feelings, but women, our feelings aren't fact. They're valid, but they're not fact. And if you move in your relationship, even in friendships, if you move in your relationships that how you feel is a fact, then you're really not going to be able to come to a compromise. And nobody wants to talk to anybody who is like, well, I feel this way, so it's fact. That's why I don't argue with people about their emotions. If somebody that I love and care about says that I disrespected them, guess what? I apologize that you felt disrespected by this. Moving forward, this is what you can expect from me. It's really that simple. Now, it doesn't always feel good, but I can tell you, in relationships that I value, the best conversations are the uncomfortable conversations. And that's really where I get to look at me and I don't feel attacked. So I think the other thing that women are saying is, tell us the truth. Now, if you have a woman who can't handle the truth, whose her maturity level is not there, she's probably not somebody that you can be with right now.
Frank.
Thank you for agreeing with me, Tashiana. That's
Yeah.
all I was trying to
Frank.
say.
First of all, this all she said.
That's definitely not
Tim.
what you're saying, right, baby? First and
Tim.
foremost,
Right here, please give me this
that's
key.
definitely
This
what
all
you're
she
not
said. She
saying.
said, "Well, y'all gotta grow up and stop being childish. Grab your neighbor by the hand and tell your neighbor." No, Todd, that was so good. That was good. I'm just joking.
Listen, I promised we was gonna get off. We were a little behind. I promised we was gonna get off in 90 minutes. We've been on for 91 minutes. Listen, of course, you can watch all of the previous episodes of Frankly Speaking Live on my website, soveryfrank.com. You can go to soveryfrank.com, hit the Frankly Speaking tab on my site, and you can see all of the previous episodes. It'll direct you to my YouTube. So make sure you check out the website. And then what other announcement I got? This Sunday at 11:30, it'll be our last bridge service of the year at New Salem Church, Memphis. We will be off for all of December for the 11:30 service. We have 7 to 9:30, but the 11:30 service, this will be our last bridge service for the year. This coming Sunday at 11:30. So I would love for those of you who have not been this year to pull up on me. This coming Sunday at 11:30, there will be a word just for you. I promise you, you want to be there Sunday. We'll be back here next Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Central. 9 p.m. Central, Frankly Speaking Live next Tuesday night. I certainly hope all of you all enjoy your Thanksgiving this Thursday. We are 2 years removed from COVID being at its height, at its zenith. And we get an opportunity for the first time in 2 years to enjoy our family members and friends around Thanksgiving tables without so many barriers or hesitations. So enjoy the moment this week. Enjoy your people. Eat good. Hopefully I get me some chillings from somewhere between Thanksgiving and New Year's Eve. Anybody got any last words you want to throw in here before we sign off tonight? Feel free. Asia, where can they catch your podcast, and when do you release new episodes for your podcast?
It's every Friday night at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, and it's on anywhere you can listen to podcasts. It's Apple, Spotify. It's Misunderstood the podcast when you look for it.
Bet. Tim just released a new product. Tim, tell us about your product. Where can we find your product? Where can we purchase it? What is it? Tell us about it.
I'm glad. I got that right here. Well, I've been actually using this product, Frank, for about 15 years. It's called Neurology Beard Oil, and it helps to not just moisturize, make a beard, nice, but actually for patchy men, it grows your beard and keep it healthy. A lot of men, they just wake up and wash everything. They don't touch that beard. Some of y'all beards, and it got a good smell to it. Some of you men don't know, women hug y'all with stanky beards. So you can go to my website, timdclinton.com, and it's the first thing you're gonna see.
So make sure let's make sure we support Asia. Frankly speaking, people make sure we support Tim. Dwayne has a Christmas thing that he does every year. Dwayne, tell us about that.
Hey, what's up, family? Thank you, Frank, man. Every year for the last probably 7 to 8 years, we've been able to bless families with a tailor-made Christmas. I think it's important that children at least have a Christmas that they remember. And so I've been grateful enough to have the support of many people over the last 7 years to help make that reality come to pass. It is my heart growing up in a single-parent household. So I know it's like what it's like for a single mother to work a couple jobs, but still not be able to get all of their children everything that they want. So if you want to give to this project, you are so welcome to. No amount is too small. No amount is too big. You can catch it on my IG page at D.Williams_Jr., my church IG page at The Bridge, Baltimore. And you'll see the information right there. Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Anybody else got anything coming up you need to put out there? All right. Well, it's been a pleasure. Thank y'all for tuning in, Frankly Speaking Live tonight. Tell somebody about this show. Send out the link to somebody that can always go back and watch the replay from tonight's show if you feel like tonight's show was good. Thank you so much for this, Miss Creighton. Thank you. That's our goal, to get better and better each week. Thank you, Clee, for rocking with us tonight in the comment section. Even though you were not on tonight, Clee is always so supportive.
missed you,
She's
Clee.
always pushing the show, and of course, we always miss you when you're not here. Hope all is well with you. Y'all send Mo some love. Mo was not feeling well tonight, but she decided to get on and do the show anyway. So we're certainly praying for her that she feels better real soon and before Thursday, so she can eat good and feel good too. Everybody, man, y'all know how I feel about y'all. I love y'all and I appreciate y'all being here tonight. Everybody in the comment section, thank you for rocking with me tonight. There is no Frankly Speaking Live without you. So until next week, y'all already know what I do. I holler, people. Hey.